As young men, we all have the same desire. Freedom. And I doubt everyone's searching for the same type of freedom. Freedom comes in various forms. There's financial freedom, freedom of expression, time freedom, location freedom, freedom from your parents, freedom from the education system. Whether that's freedom to practice like the career that you actually want to do, that is a form of freedom. Because right now you can't do it. In one way or another, we're always searching or striving for freedom. And the more common types of freedom, or I think the most important types of freedom, are location, time, and financial freedom. The reason I think that these are the best types of freedom, because once you obtain financial, location, and time freedom, all the other smaller freedoms, they just come into place, like they're byproducts of obtaining these three types of freedom. So now the big question is, how do you achieve freedom? The way of discipline. The way of discipline will always lead to freedom. It always ends in freedom. And you'll probably be like, if I'm more disciplined, I'm going to have less leeway in my life. I'm going to have to do some things. I'm going to have to do things when I don't want to do them. So I have less freedom. And it's hard to get around, but trust me, it's true. The more discipline you have, the higher your capability of obtaining freedom. Discipline is the root of all good qualities. All the good qualities that you can imagine, they've come from freedom. Like being kind. To be known as a kind person, you need to have the discipline to treat others with kindness, despite how they treat you. Whether they say harsh words to you, whether they do whatever or do bad things. You have to have the discipline to be kind. Being patient is literally having discipline, like just waiting. You have to realize that discipline will allow you to build momentum. And let's say that's momentum in your business. That will then lead you to financial freedom. And then because you have financial freedom, now you can put your efforts focusing on obtaining time and location freedom. And now you have complete freedom. Discipline is needed to achieve great things. Because if discipline wasn't needed, then everyone would be successful. 99% of the time, success needs consistency. And to be consistent, you need to be disciplined. Because you can't tell me that 99% of the time you want to go to the gym, 99% of the time you want to go into work, 99% of the time you want to wake up early and do the work. You don't. To be consistent, you need discipline. And now you're expecting me to tell you how to be disciplined. And I can't. There's no one way to be disciplined. And the only thing I can't... TJ! The only thing I can tell you is you have to do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. Nowadays, as men, we're taught to be in tune with our emotions, to listen to your emotions. Yes, be in tune with your emotions, attend to your emotions, but never let them control you. You have to do things when you don't feel like it. You have to do things when you're not feeling up to it. When you don't feel like getting out of bed, when you're feeling sad, you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to be disciplined and show up. Because as men, we don't have the luxury to be like, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not going to do it today. Because no one is going to provide for us. We have to provide for ourselves. There's no one who's taking care of us. Yes, we may have our parents now, but once they die, we're on our own. We have to do it for ourselves. So we don't have this luxury of, I don't feel like it today, I'm not going to do it. Self-care day. I'm going to sit in bed and eat ice cream and watch Netflix. We don't have that luxury. And yes, you can do it, but then you're hurting your chances of living a wonderful life. And everyone wants a hack, a trick, a tactic of how to be disciplined. There's no hack trick. Hacks, tricks, and tactics, they're all external things. Discipline is internal. Discipline comes from within. See, all these external things to make someone disciplined doesn't work. School doesn't work because once you leave school, you just revert back to your old habits. The strictest parents always have the most rebellious children. And you know the common saying, the pastor's child, that is the most rebellious child in the church. And yes, that's not always the case, but it goes to show that external things don't work, especially when what you're trying to change is an internal thing. Discipline comes from within. And yes, someone can give you the helping hand, but you have to decide to be disciplined. And if you never decide to be disciplined, then you're deciding to have a mediocre life. You're deciding to never reach your full potential. And just think about that.